to our world. Welcome to Burbank, California. Beautiful downtown Burbank, as they used to say. And how's it going?
Great.
Yeah, you enjoying it?
It's your first con.
It's so fun.
Isn't it fun? We are so lucky you're here. Thanks for coming out and spending your weekend with us. And everyone was so excited, seeing all that buzz on it. And I mean, it's neat. I want you guys to know, like, this the impact you've made on our world, on our fandom, and on me as a fellow cast member. It was awesome to be able to work with you guys, and it's just great to have new friends, in our world, and it's
Thanks for having us.
to be able to root for you guys and your success on your other shows and your other projects. I mean, that's how it works. It's a small world, but I mean, it's better with you guys in it.
Aw, thanks, dude.
All right, you guys, enjoy your time. I'll be back way too soon, I'm sure, but enjoy it. One more time, let's hear it for Tiera and Rose.
Part of my fringe down, otherwise it looked like a really strong female president. So if this works its way up again, just let me know and I'll bring it back down. Does anyone have any questions for us? Should we start on this side, team?
What were your guys' favorite scenes and why?
I really liked all of the Girl in the Tower episode scenes. There was one where I was driving the bug, the yellow bug, and it's a stick shift, and I kept stalling it. Rose was like, "Oh my God, it's 4 a.m. Can we please just go home?" Stop stalling.
That's not what I said.
And I was falling asleep in the car in between.
I was scared because you were falling asleep at the wheel.
I wasn't like that. But that whole episode, all those scenes were so fun.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about all the props that we had to kind of contend with, especially the bow and arrow. Whenever we had a bow and arrow,
in the car.
It couldn't fit in the bug, and it was like, I know. So yeah, so the prop heavy episode was very fun to play.
And then I was pulling a pin out of her hair, and I've got a phone in my bag, and a magical bag, hilarious.
It was a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. I was wondering, what do you think your characters are up to nowadays in the United Bonds?
What are we doing nowadays? We planning our wedding?
Probably. You're probably.
I think you're probably planning the wedding.
I think I just let you do whatever you want.
Okay.
Because I figured
we've got like no budget, and I go like, let's have this.
Well, we were on set, and they come to us, for the last little bit, and the props guy comes to us with a big tray of rings, and he's like, "Oh, you can pick kind of whatever engagement ring you want." Rose is like, "I'll take that one. It's like the biggest rock."
It's massive. Absolutely massive.
How exactly does Robin afford that ring?
And I said the dwarf's mined for it, So Lee and the guys are there getting me a massive diamond.
Yeah, biggest diamond ever.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think we're planning the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So since we didn't actually get to see the wedding, unfortunately, we were wondering what you imagined it would be like, or like who would be invited to it.
Everybody.
Everybody except Colin O'Donoghue. Jokes.
Would it just be a giant tea party?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it would be. I saw it, I pictured it in my head, I went there. Yeah, it would be a massive tea party. We'd have Sebastian Stan back. He'd be the minister. And Grace, yeah.
Did you guys know that Grace, who played the Mad Hatter's daughter, was my sister?
Yeah. How cool is that, right? Yeah, so I think we'd have roles for everybody,
Yeah.
Bridesmaids.
It'd be a family affair.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, we'd have everybody, and it would be a Mad Hatter themed tea party.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, you got a question?
Yeah. So I want to know, if you guys were married in the show, if Alice and Robin had a kid, what would you name him or her?
Oh.
Blaze. For boy or girl.
Yeah, that's it.
What would
I just let her do everything.
This is how our relationship works. What would you name it?
I don't know.
The Hulk.
Yeah, that's it. Baby, it's called the Hulk.
Yeah.
It's gonna be green. Amazing. Just like
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
What 5 things do you guys always keep in your purse?
Ooh. Oh, okay, over to
I
you.
keep in my head this tampons. So that's one.
Yeah, good.
Lip balm.
Lip balm. Concealer.
Yeah.
Keys.
Keys.
Phone.
Yeah, phone. Yeah.
That's boring, isn't it? Sorry. Make up something quick.
I don't know, I'm trying to
A lightsaber, mini one.
It's a full-size one.
Full-size one, Mary Poppins.
Hi.
Hey, bud.
Hi.
Oh,
So I was wondering, if your characters had a love song in the musical episode, what would it want to be called?
I'm bad at these name questions. I love...
Nobbin. Something with Nobbin.
No creativity.
Nobbin in the tower, girl. Yeah. Nobbin in the tower, girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll get writing it.
If you were a dessert, what would you be and what does it say about your personality?
I love these questions so much. I'm having such a great time. Dessert. We're pretty similar as a person, aren't we? As people. As women.
Yeah. I'm like, do I have to pick one? Dessert.
Oh, go on. Don't think, just speak.
A dessert, okay, what would it be? Like something sweet on the inside, but like salty on the outside. You know, it's like, depends on the day.
Well, like something sweet on the inside and something
Yeah.
like creme brulee, because it's like really creamy in the middle, but it's got a tough outside.
Yes, that's
You
that's what I
know,
was
you got to crack
Salt-
that tough centre to get to the creamy sweet middle. Or like a molten lava cake. My mouth just filled with saliva. Yeah, something that's hard on the outside but soft and sweet on the inside. Yeah. She doesn't know what to say. No, this is what I mean. I might stand actually. I never stand. Maybe I'll stand for this one. You don't have. You can stay sitting if you want to. I find it. Yeah, this is not awkward at all. So, hello.
Hi, Tiera.
Hi.
So, at I think the Orlando convention, someone asked how Robin would propose, and Rose, you said that I don't know, ask Tiera.
That's what I said. It's good that we're standing now, isn't it, Tim? How would you do it, Bubba? You'd lunge at me like that?
How would I do it?
How can I say no to that?
I'd probably trap her in a cage. So that she couldn't say no.
Thank you for your question. How would you do it?
I would take you back to where you buried the candles in the Tower Girl
I thought you were going to
episode.
say buried the body.
It's a different show. And do it there, like a big picnic.
Yeah, lovely.
And then I'd say, remember where you buried the candles? Go dig there, and then the box was there with your giant body.
You are very sweet with the body and the ring. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, I just wanted to thank you both for representing a queer relationship on like a big television platform. And I also wanted to ask, how did Robin have an American accent when her family all had British
We were just talking about this. Because we've got Sean in the green room. We're going, how is this a
And he
thing?
was talking about how his actual kids have his accent. And I'm like, well, how the heck do I have an American? But it's really because I got cast like 3 days before I started filming. And the director comes up to me and goes, how's your British accent? And I was like, by tomorrow? Well, here's the thing, it'll be fine, but next to two Brits, Rose and Bex, I was like, I'm gonna sound like a joke, so let's, just pretend that it's magic. Yeah, a American accent.
T's been practicing because we're living together. She's been practicing doing my accent as well. And it's okay.
She doesn't
do you want to, yeah, thank you. Can we hear a bit of it too?
No, she doesn't let me practice it.
It's
She'll be
like,
like, what is that?
do you know, it sounds a bit like a
It's very cockney.
yeah Cockney about 1700.
Yeah, that's
Turn of the century. So we'll get there. We'll
Eventually,
get there
yeah.
with her.
Give us a sample.
The world's not ready. The world's not ready. It's not ready. Hello.
Hello. Who are the most interesting people you met on set while filming?
Not this one.
Raph was pretty interesting, actually. Actor. Yeah, Raphael. Actor turned now more director. So speaking to him about his process was really interesting.
We had quite a few really interesting directors too. Like one of our
Yeah.
directors wrote.
Mick Garris wrote Hocus Pocus.
Thank you. Which is pretty cool.
So I geeked out at that. Yeah, so the stories of some of the directors and some of the actors, like Bobby Carlyle, sit down with the man and he'll tell you about his career and his kind of his workbook, and it's just the directors he's worked with and the stories he has to say are just incredible. So yeah, a few of those. Thank you.
Hi, I just wanted to ask how you were able to convince Tiera to come today.
It didn't take much convincing. What are you talking about?
No, I love it.
She was begging me.
I mean,
Okay, she wasn't begging me. It's like that's an overstatement.
well, I didn't think that I was gonna come today. I really just thought I was gonna come surprise. Rose, I'm leaving today. I'm going back home. We've been living together for a month, and it was our last night together last night. And she's like, well, why don't you come to karaoke? It'll be really fun. And then it turned into me being here today. So.
And we weren't sure how we were going to bring her out yesterday as well, because I had this whole speech planned, and I was like, I was going to do, okay, I've got a special guest, would you like to meet her? Because you until I say her, you'd think it was Colin or something like that, so I'd have you on your toes for a bit, and then I was like, do you want to meet her? And then amazing actress, Tiera Scobie, and then we just had this idea of doing it midway through the song, because I love singing that song, and I wanted someone to sing it with. So halfway through, I thought it would be great that Tiera came out and sang it with me. So that's how we wanted to bring her out yesterday. And it's so great that she's here. So
We're all happy that she's here today.
yeah, thank you.
How is it like working with each other?
Shitty bad.
We always tell the story. Our first day on set was the day that we had that epic kiss in the forest. And I get to my trailer and I'm like, in my Robin Hood outfit, I'm like, this is weird. I haven't even met her yet. And then I hear this knock on my door and it's like, hi, I'm Rose. We're gonna go kiss in a forest for a little bit now.
I thought it was the polite thing to do.
Oh, totally.
We were about to get very intimate, so.
And we're doing it, not doing it.
Wow.
But it's pouring rain because we're in Vancouver and it's like November. And there's one, because we're kind of supposed to come together and we both slid in the mud and just smacked each other in the face. And we always joke that if we had done it any later in the season, that it would have just been a disaster because we would have just been laughing our faces off. Because at the beginning we just didn't know each other, so we're very professional.
Yeah.
And now if we had to do it, it would just be like...
The kisses we had later on in the season were just so funny.
We
Because
just
we
couldn't
knew
stop
each other
laughing.
too well. So we were like, we just couldn't get it together. So yeah. Yeah, but I love
But
it.
it was the best.
It was, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Rose, you're like super inspiring to me. So I was just wondering if both of you had any big inspirations that you draw from.
Well, we always say our mums, don't we? So yeah, my mum is a massive inspiration. My mum had a car crash when she was 18, and she's been disabled ever since. And she wanted to be an actress, and she wanted to do all these amazing things. And she had like her audition for drama school like a few months after her accident, and then she couldn't do it. So I feel like there's something that I'm doing for my mum, you know. So my mum is a massive inspiration for me. Yeah, really. Yeah.
I think all
You can
guys,
say me. It's okay.
I think all of you guys and all of the people that are the reasons that we are able to do what we do is a big inspiration for me. You know, when I'm having those days, I'm like, no, like, I'm doing this because, you know, we get to tell stories, and the number of people today that have come up to me and thanked, you know, me and Rose for the storyline that we had, it's inspiring for me, you know, you have to remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys.
You dork. Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
I know I already asked Rose, so Tiera, do you have a favorite ride at Disneyland or Disney World?
Spacebound. Spacebound. We went to Disneyland on my birthday in May with like 8 people. Oh, actually, you know what?
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Guardians of the Galaxy. We did that like
a million
probably
times.
6 times in a row. And by the end, we were all like, okay, I just need to sit down for a second. But definitely Guardians of the Galaxy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi guys, so it was on my bucket list to come to a Once Upon a Time convention, so I was wondering what's an item off of your bucket list that you'd like to do?
Ooh. I've been telling everybody today that I've got my driving test. Literally every person I meet, I'm going, you know, I've got my driving test coming up. They don't even ask, I just offer the information. So I've got my driving test coming up, and so I really want to pass my driving test, and then I want to do an American road trip. So I really want to do that, you guys. You can all come with me, by the way. A massive bus for all of us, towing other vehicles. We're all there, it's great. So I want to do the South. Everyone talks to me about New Orleans. Like, I don't know if you've been to New Orleans. It's meant to be, yes. It's meant to be beautiful and wonderful. So I really want to go to New Orleans. I want to do Texas. Yeah. Yeehaw indeed. Absolutely. So I want to do that. I want to do a bit of a road trip. Because I've got my driving test coming up, you guys. I don't know if I mentioned.
You're going to fail it. I'm just kidding. It's nothing can be as bad as me driving that giant truck. I kept reversing when I was supposed to drive forward and almost hitting the entire crew behind us. And Rose was like, get me out, please, somebody get me out of this truck.
You say I say things when I don't. I didn't say get me out.
Yeah, you did. You were so afraid.
The only time I was afraid when you were falling asleep. Let's not fight about this now. There's people in front, there's people watching. We'll talk about this later. Also, get milk.
I'm really afraid of heights, but I've always wanted to like either bungee jump or skydive just to be like, I can do this. But I'm really afraid that I'm just gonna like get to the top of the bridge or plane and be like, nah, never mind. But I want to do it. That's one of my bucket lists, to just like face the fear and do it.
We should do it in Whistler. Do it with Jameson in Whistler. It's really good.
Yeah. Have you done it?
Yeah, I've done it.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, I did it. I've never been bungee jumping. Never again. But it's a great experience. You should definitely do it once. So, because I'm afraid of heights as well. It was terrifying. But with bungee jumping, you don't have to think. That's the thing. They kind of just go and go. Whereas with skydiving, has anyone done skydiving or anything like that? They hold you out the door, right? And you're just there looking at your fate. And they count you down and all that stuff. So I'm not here for the countdown. I'm here for just push me and go. So yeah. Thank you.
Thank you and good luck on your test.
Oh, thanks very much. It's in a couple weeks. So I'm gonna be
She'll be tweeting about it.
I'll be tweeting about it. Only if I pass though.
If you and live tweet the whole time.
Yeah, you can live tweet. Just in the back of the game.
Hello.
Hi. Firstly, I wanted to thank you guys a lot for the portrayal of your characters. It meant a lot to see Tilly, especially Tilly and Margot's relationship, and seeing how Tilly's mental illness was portrayed and seeing how that relationship was portrayed with Tilly having the mental illness. Like that one scene will always stick with me where Tilly comes to see Margot in the bar. And
Me too. Yeah. I love that scene.
She says about she never knows when she's going to have a not good day. And Margot says, don't worry about that because that will never be too much for me. That was a phenomenal scene and that meant a lot to me to see. So thank you very much for that, firstly. And I wanted wanted to ask, what was the most difficult part of getting into character for Tilly, for portraying that mental illness?
That's a really good question. I didn't want to make her a caricature. I didn't want to make her a massive generalization of a mental illness, you know, because she has good days, she has bad days. She's very, very complex, and so I didn't want her to just become this stereotype, you know, this stigma. So I kind of concentrated on the obstacle, you know, when we have bad days, we kind of try and fight through them. So I wanted to kind of play that rather than this is the thing I'm having trouble with. I wanted to focus more on the struggle to get through that, which for me was more interesting as an actor to kind of explore and to kind of take away from the generalization of here's me being mad, you know, because I wanted people to empathize with her and I wanted her to try, you know, I didn't want her to be a victim ever. I wanted her to be a strong person and I wanted her to have these days but know that she could fight through them. And so when she meets Margot and she meets Robin, you know, she's got her sidekick by her side. So I really wanted to pursue that rather than just here's this mad thing, you know.
You definitely succeeded.
Thank you that's really kind of you to say. Thank you very much.
Hello. I know I thanked you earlier, but I want to thank both of you for making last night really memorable.
You were wonderful.
And I wanted to ask you, what was your most memorable and defining moment for you and your characters on the show?
I think it's the end. I think it's the end of The Girl in the Tower, you know, when we come back. No, actually, I think it's midway through Girl in the Tower. It's when we're behind the rock. Remember when we're behind the rock? And you make me see that you're not alone. I'm with you. And the troll is here because you've manifested him. So I think it's when I'm made to realise that I'm stronger than I am. And I think that's down to her, so yeah.
I think one of the most memorable scenes for me was actually, well, I mean, all of it was memorable. I loved that whole episode. But one thing that really stood out for me was when we go through the portal and we end up in Storybrooke and we were working with like Granny and all the people that had been there for so long. It was just like, I'm in a dream. Like, it was really, you know, it was really incredible being new to the show for the final season, but then being able to work with people who had been there since the beginning was such a memorable experience. Like, filming out in Steveston was so cool, because, you know, I watched the show before, and then seeing it being there, I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, you get a sense of the history of the place.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, so by the end of the weekend, I'm going to be known as the Bird Lady. Here's the reason why. I draw my favorite characters as birds. So my question to you is, your characters, what kind of bird would your character be?
Oh, that's a good question. What would you be, T?
Robin!
You be a Robin? There you go.
Be a Robin.
So, would you be American or European then?
Oh.
You're American.
Yeah, European.
The accent, though. The accent. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm probably still
We'll have to work on your
European,
British
but
if you're
I
going to do
grew
British
up
Robin.
in America, so
She's a hybrid.
I'm a hybrid.
I think you guys should come up here.
Yeah, you want to ask these questions first?
What would Tilly be? Something super colourful. Like a toucan or a bird of paradise. A peacock! I'd be a peacock. I want to be a peacock. Does that mean you're going to draw us as a peacock and a robin?
Well, if you want me to.
Yes, please.
I've already drawn you with something, you'll find out later.
Me? You've already drawn me as something?
Yes.
So,
I've got the silver package so you can find out what it is.
so you can't tell me?
No.
You're going to show me later?
I will be showing you later.
I can't wait.
You'll be autographed.
Okay, cool, thanks. I'm not gonna burn.
Okay, first off, well, since Tiera already brought it up, if you don't pass your Elizabeth, take the Amtrak.
Take the Amtrak. I did that to Portland. I did that,
I've been
yeah.
cross country 6 times all over the US.
It takes a long time though, doesn't it? And like,
came up on the train.
but also these trains are like, they feel so like something from the 1920s, these Amtrak trains.
I love them.
No, I really like them, yeah.
I'm actually on a road trip right now.
Oh, you are?
So, yes, this is our third pit stop. Cool, but also, this is actually from Michaela. She would like to ask both of you, what is your favorite fan experience?
Favorite
Fan experience?
fan experience? This, yeah? Specific fan experience. We have had so many. Oh, I'm vibrating. Okay. Focus, Rose. No, I can't sit. I'm too excited. Favorite fan experience. I think yesterday was pretty cool with Brie and Kelsey.
Yeah, for sure.
So we went to,
They showed up today like almost wearing exactly what we wore on our first dates, even down to the candy apple. I was like, oh, that is impressive.
Yeah. I also had, there was a fun experience in New Jersey when a girl hadn't come out to her mum yet. And she was telling me about how scared she was and how she didn't know what to say to her mum and all of these things. And I just looked her in the eye and said, she's your mum, she's going to love you, whatever. So just say what's in your heart, just say, this is who I am. And she's going to love you anyway, you know. So having that experience with her and just seeing how, not scared, but how much she wanted to tell her mum was something that was really cool, and that she was determined to tell her mum was also really cool. So yeah. Have you got a specific one?
Yeah, this.
Oh yeah, this. Okay.
Yeah, this.
Sure.
These guys. Being here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, coming into the show in its final season, knowing that it had such a big fan base going into it, did you guys feel any pressure to kind of live up to the legacy that the first 6 seasons had created?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because as Tiera said, we've watched it. We've we've grown up with it, but we've seen it in the past.
You know, and like for me, having my sister be in the first couple of seasons and like having watched it because of her. And then it was actually the same director who cast me, and he didn't realize that we were sisters. And I just remember starting and being like, well, and I also didn't know the impact that our storyline was going to have. I was given very little information when I started. So I was kind of like, well, I'll be here for an episode or two. And then as it went on, it kind of started to dawn on me more and more, like, how important this was, and that we were becoming a big part of such a special show, and that we were being accepted immediately by all of you guys. And initially I was like, oh, what if they, you know, they're like, oh, you haven't been there from the beginning. But everyone just loved it because we were
change. We were, you know, and that can be uncomfortable for people. And we didn't want to take away from what had come before, you know. It's legacy. We learn from the people who've come before us. And we've learned so much on this show, and about the fandom and about the way the show operates. And so actually we learn from all of that, actually. But yeah, same as Tiera. I didn't expect to be, I was booked for 5 episodes initially. So I told everyone back home I'll be back in October. And then April comes, I tell everyone this, and then I didn't bring a coat. I didn't bring like warm weather clothes, because I was like, the summer's going to be great in Vancouver. And then April comes around and I'm freezing. So it lasted longer than either of us anticipated.
Yeah, see, I was told for 2. And then they're like, it'll be 3 and 4. And I was like, what is happening? This is so exciting.
Thank you.
Hey guys. So I have a different question for each of you, so I'll start with Tiera, I guess, because I talked to Rose earlier. Yeah. But how do you think Polly would fit in Hyperion Heights? If she would. I mean, she doesn't have to fit. I mean, because Polly's an interesting person. I think that's not to say.
I feel like she'd find her way. I think the great thing about Hyperion Heights is that there are so many different types of people in it, that it's very easy to find kind of your group, and everyone's kind of different in their own way. And I feel like, you know, Polly's got her stuff going on, but even in Riverdale, you know, she didn't necessarily fit in Riverdale, so she went and found what did make her happy and what was her home. And I think that she would do the same in Hyperion Heights.
True. Good. Thank you. And Rose, I was going to ask you, what do you think Alice would have done? would have done? If Alice turned out to be the guardian, after all, what do you think she would have done with that responsibility?
Oh, she'd have mucked it up. I was just going to say that. I was literally thinking that in my head. Don't give this girl responsibility. She'd have tried to have done her best, but I think somewhere down the line something would have gone wrong. Like the thing is with Alice and Tilly, she means so well, she really does, but she can't control herself sometimes, I think. So, yeah, exactly.
But she would have figured it out.
She would have, yeah. I think it would have been like this. If she were the guardian, it wouldn't have been plain sailing, it just would have been a lot of this. She'd sort it out for a bit, and then, maybe take another dive.
Do you think it would have ended up as you as a new Dark One?
Oh. I don't know. I
don't see that happening.
No, thank you. I don't. Please take that responsibility away. I think it would have been carnage.
Really greedy. That's like,
I'll take them all. No, I don't think she would have. I don't think she has that in her really. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi Rose, hi Tara. So first off, I just want to say, you guys are so inspiring. You both were my favorite couple on season 7 by far, and just the message that you send of like, you are allowed to be who you are and love who you are, and just really inspiring, like helping like all the LGBTQ community. Really thankful for that.
Thank you.
And also my question is, if Alice and Robin both were succumb to darkness, how do you think they would channel that power and anger?
Into pottery. I don't know. Making dark cups.
An arrangement of little dark teacups.
Dark teacups.
I feel like we find a way out of it.
Yeah, I think to give a kind of serious answer, not really, but still. I think she'd want to make everyone feel alone, because she's felt alone her whole life. So I think for a second, if she was, like in that trance, in season 7, when I go into the trance, I think she's just maybe thinking, I'm going to make everyone as alone as I am. And I think on a kind of serious level, that would be her dark power. It's like a bully, when a bully has been bullied, they want to then bully again. So I think it's that whole thing of like, I've been alone, I want to make you see how alone I've been. So that would be my dark power. And then I channel it into pottery. Only you can answer that question, Dark One. What's Susan? You'd eat Annie's mac and cheese for the rest of your life. Just summon all the dark Annie's mac and cheese.
I don't know.
You don't know? You can say you don't know.
Just have an evil bow and arrow that just...
Oh yeah, you could use your bow and arrow.
Yeah.
For dark powers.
Yeah. Instead of, because in that episode where it goes without me kind of, knowing what I'm doing, if it didn't go towards good and saving people, but did the opposite, that's real sad.
Thank you. Hello, gorgeous.
Hi. So if Alice and Robin took Aladdin's magic carpet and had an adventure in our world, where would they go?
In our world.
Like here.
Geography. Yeah, geography.
Everywhere?
You got power of anywhere. Where would we go on our magic carpet ride? Go on.
I was going to say, I've been to Japan a few times, and it's one of my favorite places in the world. I was
You
talking to her
wanted to take me,
about wanting to take her, because I just feel like it would blow your mind. Yeah.
Japan on our magic carpet ride?
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
Do you want to come? Do you want to come?
Of course.
Cool. I'll drive us there. I've got my driving test tonight. I'll drive her.
Maybe you should be a comedian.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, I'm David. In a hypothetical situation, if you had to pick one person to save by an unknown threat who would wipe out all of Once Upon a Time, who would you pick and why? This can apply to both of you. Also, keep in mind, if you choose someone, then your life will be sacrificed.
So you have to really want to sacrifice yourself for another person. Hold on though, if we sacrifice, what if we do each other? Does it cancel out?
No, that's why I said, both of you. Only one of you can do it. And that's for both of you.
So we can't pick each other and cancel the curse out. Guess I'd have to pick Colin.
Why do you just keep throwing Colin under the bus today?
That man.
He bought you a burger.
He bought me a burger, it was so yummy. It was so nice. I'd sacrifice myself for Colin O'Donoghue. That's nice. I was told I couldn't pick you, so that's why I went.
But you can't.
It's awkward, isn't it now? Why don't you pick Sean? We could do a dad swap.
Okay, Sean.
We'll do a dad swap. That's what's going on. We'd save our dads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then go to the afternoon
Hi.
together.
If Alice were to be the one to do the proposal instead of Robin, how do you think that Alice would do it?
That's such a cute question. It would be massive and extravagant, wouldn't it? So maybe a treasure hunt. So I do like a treasure hunt. I lead you on a bit of a treasure hunt for days. Bring a tent. Yeah, maybe a treasure hunt, and at the end, like doves fly out, and in one of the dove's claws is a diamond ring. And yeah, it drops from the sky into a waterfall, and then it gently flows downstream to Tiera in a pool at the bottom. I haven't thought about it much. Are you going to write about it? Can you please write my proposal for me? I think you might do a better job.
I'll totally write it. I write fanfiction. I'm going to write that out.
Please do.
Great idea.
But also make mine better. Maybe not do the pool at the bottom. I don't know why Tiera's in a pool at the bottom. Because my treasure hunt, like, take your bathing suit, have a swim.
I'm just still.
She's like, what? Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely creative. I like it.
Yeah. You can only make it better. I believe in you. Okay, thank you.
Hello, ladies. I was wondering which aspect of your characters you enjoyed playing more, whether it was Tilly and Robin or Tilly and Margot or Alice and Robin.
For me, I feel it was Tilly and Margot. I felt like we saw more of their development than Alice and Robin. Alice and Robin had their kind of epic Girl in the Tower episode, and we kind of saw all of that in one. Whereas with Tilly and Margot, it feels like we saw it progress over a span of more episodes. It felt like theirs was a slower falling in love.
I really like Tilly and Margot, but I had a lot of fun, with Robin and Alice, and playing, a female version of Robin Hood for me, I just was the coolest thing, and portraying that, and then so I really liked Robin.
Why did your voice go
I
up?
don't know.
You played them all really well, so thank you.
Thank you so much. At the end of the show, when we all just became. There was a scene where we're like, sorry, why are you dressed up like Alice?
I was the only one dressed as Alice, and we got confused.
And I was like, so who are we?
Yeah.
Which version of me am I?
You were Margot, and I was Alice, wasn't I?
Because we could be whatever we wanted to be.
And I decided that obviously I wanted to be Alice.
And I was like,
yeah, I'm good with the real world.
The Cape Sandy.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi. I was wondering if you guys had a favorite blooper.
Favorite blooper? Oh. I like the one where we were chained up and it just kept coming loose. We didn't know our own strength. We're like, I've got to get out of here, and then we did. It really wasn't strong. We weren't even pulling that hard as well. It just come away from the wall. And also I like jumping on Colin's back for piggyback time.
There is one, it was actually in the blooper reel, where I get her out of the trance, and she comes, we're supposed to come, we have a couple lines, and then we kiss. And Rose in one take got really excited and just immediately kissed me, and I went. She was like,
because I wasn't meant to kiss her.
so confused by why I was rejecting her, the hurt in her eyes was so she's like, what are you doing? And I was like,
I got confused for a second.
But we have it, and I laugh so hard every time I see it, because the look in her eyes is like, why did you just reject me?
Because also, I kept on committing to it as well. So I kept pushing for this kiss. And Tiera's looking at me going, no, stop! And so it just became a bit of a massive thing. My other thing as well, Colin and I were talking about imagining things that aren't there as well. And there's the thing where you're kind of blasted away when I'm in the trance and I blast you away. And when you have to you do this dance thing with these kind of, like, it's almost like Harry Potter. And I remember you looking at you, and you did this like dance move where it was like I push you with my spell, and you go, oh. No. It was like a movement interpretive dance, like this.
You put your hands out, and one time you just went really slowly across my room, and I was like,
she's making it sound like I'm a gropey pervert. I can assure you that I'm not. I just get confused with what the director wants me to do. Is it slow? Am I the one to kiss? I don't know. Hey, Samurai, you want to save me from this?
Yeah, I'm not here to save you, because they're all recording this.
Hey, Lee.
How awesome was this panel? Let's hear it. Let's thank Tiera and Rose.